What's up, guys? Welcome to a blockbuster edition of Box to Box Football. And Jack, this transfer window hasn't even kicked in yet, but goodness gracious me, it's already given us so many plot twists and so many amazing big deals. Now, this one I'm about to drop came out of nowhere but guys, by the looks of it, 2 days ago, apparently Karim Benzema was not leaving Real Madrid. He was still going to be a Real Madrid player going into his 15th year, 15th season at Real Madrid. But now it's been announced by Real Madrid that Karim Benzema is no longer a Real Madrid player and he will be leaving to go to Saudi Arabia. Now, it hasn't been agreed where in Saudi Arabia he's
No.
going to go, but the money
Well,
that's been.
and like Jane, let's be clear here too. The money that he's getting isn't coming from the club. I don't want to be out of pocket here with what I'm saying, but any player, Cristiano Ronaldo, you name it, any of these big name players, any of the whatever contracts they've got or agreements they've got with the club, the Saudi Arabian state is paying them. Believe me, this is not like an independent club who has to, abide by financial fair play and do all this kind of stuff. Like this is coming straight from the Saudi vaults, let's call it.
Jack, it's crazy, and to me, there's so many dominoes that is gonna fall with
Yeah.
this. To me, with this move happening, but we'll talk about that, guys. But let's just talk about Karim Benzema and his
Sure.
legacy as a Real Madrid player, 14 years at the club. What do you make of his time at Real Madrid, Jack?
Well, he's been amazing. And again, I don't want to drone on here too much, which I know I have a tendency to do. I think the most impressive thing for me, and I don't want to diminish his ability, but the most impressive thing for me is the way he's been able to handle the teammates that he's had to play with and the roles and what he's been asked to do with no ego. He in a way is like one of the highest quality team players we've ever seen. He's had some down years. Like, let's not, you look at the 17-18 season, right? I believe it's 12 goals in all competitions, right, in total. And you might go, for a guy like Karim Benzema, that is shocking. But you look at him as a facilitator and what he's been able to do elsewhere, and his lack of ego has meant, I know he had some issues with France and some other stuff, but with the legends and the egos and the icons that he's had to play with at Real Madrid, his ability to keep those relationships good, not worry about selfishly about his own numbers, he's played it absolutely beautifully, because then it leads him to seasons like 21-22 where it's over 40 goals a year. So he always has that in him, but it depends on what he's being asked to do, you know?
It just sounds like to me when I think of Benzema, I think of a player aging just better, like aging like fine wine. You
Right.
remember his first 10 years at Real Madrid. It was good, four Champions Leagues, two league titles, but of course he was playing second fiddle to Cristiano
Right.
Ronaldo and Jack. Not only that, people may say he was playing second fiddle. His level wasn't as great as like what it was after that. You mentioned that season wasn't due to anything, Jack. He was playing, starting week in and week out. This guy's confidence was shot, and he was. If you go back and watch it, he was missing chances, and he was thinking, "Ooh, is he really at that level?" But when you're scoring 25, almost 30 goals a season when like Cristiano Ronaldo was there, it was good.
Yeah.
But what made when like think about it, when Ronaldo just left, he was Real Madrid great. He
Right.
was going on icon. Now he leaves Real Madrid as a legend because the four
Yes.
years prior to Cristiano Ronaldo leaving, it was like, how are we going to replace Ronaldo? They signed Eden Hazard to almost be that guy, and we all know what happened with him there.
Yeah.
Benzema took on that mantle and became the maybe not Ronaldo completely, but he became that sort of figure there where we need something, we need a moment. Benzema's gonna do it, and that Champions League last year, Jack, that run last year, to me, that could rival any one of Cristiano Ronaldo's greatest years at Real
Right.
Madrid, Champions League wise, just overall winning five trophies for Real Madrid in the season.
Well,
Incredible.
well, it's also tenure at a club like Real Madrid. You're not there for 14 years because at any point you drop the ball to an extent where they think we need to get rid of you. James, Morata, Higuain, Jesse Rodriguez, Mariano Diaz. How many names do we need to say of guys who are fine players? Like Gonzalo Higuain is no like slob by any stretch of the imagination. But if you don't cut the mustard, you're gone. Over 14 years, he's been able to retain his spot in a Real Madrid squad in and around either the starting 11 or the bench. That's an unbelievable achievement. I don't care who you are. That's an insane achievement.
Yeah, he ends Real Madrid as the second all-time leading goal scorer
Insane.
to Cristiano Ronaldo, and he also leads Real Madrid as Jack, the guy who's had the most assists So first in assists, second in goal scoring, and obviously
Most
Ronaldo is
most
first in goal,
decorated
second, and the most decorated Real
with
Madrid player.
Marcelo, right? Yeah.
And when I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of Real Madrid's all-time greatest player, Jack, he's top five, top three, possibly. He's
I
put
don't hate
himself in
that.
that rank.
Yeah.
That last 4 or 5 years around Madrid, when like Ronaldo left, he put himself in a stratosphere that I didn't think was possible. He had winning 2 league titles and in impossible Champions League and leading them and taking them by the scruff of the neck on so many occasions. Benzema, like his legacy is there for all to see. One of the greatest in La Liga's history, one of the greatest in Real Madrid's history, and one of the greatest in the history of football. Yeah, unbelievable and sad to see him actually leave because I still think Jackie had at least 1 or 2 more seasons in him. If I'm being honest, Jack.
It's the reigning Ballon d'Or winner. I don't think that can be talked about enough. The reigning Ballon d'Or winner going to a league outside of Europe's top 5 leagues is insane to me. Anyway, my kind of interesting little thing that I want to make a point of here, right? This could have happened this year, could have happened next year, could have probably even happened the year after. I think the only reason why this has been agreed to and allowed to happen, an agent of a top player, I don't know who it is, you and I can speculate, maybe that's what we'll do here for the rest of the video, but an agent of a top player has said, for this amount, I believe the club I currently pay for will agree for you to get my services. Now, is that Victor Osimhen? Is that Harry Kane and an agreement with Spurs? Is that Dusan Vlahovic at Juventus? Right? Is that Kylian Mbappe? Is that Erling Haaland? I don't know what the deal is, but an agent has had a word. Because James, Karim Benzema does not just come out and go, "There's no way, don't believe it," blah blah blah, and then a day later it comes out multiple reports that he's going. Somebody has had a word. So the moment Benzema leaves, I expect the replacement to be through the door quickly, and it won't be a slob. It will not be a slob. It'll be a superstar.
100%. You look around Madrid's attack force right now. So they just lost Marco Asensio. Eden Hazard's contract got terminated. I think the striker Moreno or something like that. Yeah. He also left on a free agent, and now they've lost Benzema. At this moment of time, Real Madrid's 2 attacking players, Jack, is Vinicius and Rodrigo. So we know for a fact there is going to be an avalanche of players coming in. I've been hearing strong links about Kai Havertz there. That could possibly be a thing. Kylian Mbappe, we all know that at some point in Mbappe's career will happen, because to see him play in anywhere else other than Real Madrid, it more than likely has to happen. But another player that, Jack, could possibly happen, I think makes massive sense, is Harry Kane, Jack.
Right.
Does Harry Kane now listen, we all know Tottenham don't want to sell to any English teams. We all know also Tottenham's relationship with Real Madrid, the Modric deal, the Gareth Bale deal. We've seen this on a number of occasions. They have a decent relationship with Real Madrid, and if you're Harry Kane, I get it. The Premier League record is special, and you want to get that, but a chance to play for Real Madrid might be bigger, Jack.
And James, to win a Champions League, I think, again, if Real Madrid aren't already automatic favourites for the Champions League every single year, either with Benzema or without Benzema, throw Harry Kane into the mix. And James, right now, I'm taking 2023 Harry Kane over 2023 Benzema as of right now. For sure, I am going into next season. So again, I think for him, I know what you're saying about the Premier League record, but again, James, you ask Alan Shearer, Premier League record or a Premier League title with Newcastle or a Champions League with Newcastle, like, again, the conversation starts to get kind of interesting. Those big European titles are a big thing.
My only thing about that, Jack, is that, because I hear this a lot from English people, is Harry Kane La Liga proven? Can he do it in La Liga? You know what people used to say, can Messi do it in the Premier League? Like, listen, when you're a top player, this sort of stuff can happen. Hopefully, I'd like to think that he'll have if he does join Real Madrid, it won't be an Eden Hazard sort of situation there. No, we know what Harry Kane's about.
He's too good of a pro. He's too good of a pro.
And also, Jack, in terms of like for like, that is as similar as you can get for Real Madrid. A player who drops deep, a player who can link play, a player who's lethal in the box. It's almost going hand for hand. Granted, Harry Kane isn't the youngest, but still, like, he can still give Real Madrid 3 to 4 years of top quality play, and maybe in that time he can get Erling Haaland polished enough, and then in a few years' time, Haaland joins. So I just think right now, I don't think Victor Osimhen is going to be the guy. I think it's almost it almost has to be Harry Kane. And like the question is to me, I think it's more or less down to Harry Kane what he wants. I'm hearing that it is that he isn't interested in Real Madrid. So hopefully,
Well, James, the personal terms won't. The personal terms would not be a problem. They would not be a
I don't
problem
think so.
because even if Real Madrid play hardball, I think Harry Kane would even accept below market value just for the privilege and the opportunity to win Champions League, La Liga, win silverware basically for this Real Madrid team. And James, also to be able to have to wear that shirt again. This is one of the things that, like, there's not a monetary value on that, but you're like, it has value being able to put on that Los Blancos shirt, right? So again, that's going to be good. You know, if Manchester United sign Harry Kane, it's going to be a lot more expensive than if Real Madrid sign Harry Kane. So Spurs are going to be more happy to sell to a rival that's not in the UK as well, not in the Premier League. So again, it just makes sense from a lot of different avenues. The only thing I will say is there a certain level of Daniel Levy being like, we know you have money to spend, and will he maybe even still try and price out Real Madrid? It's the only thing I can see holding it up, because we know what Daniel Levy is like. But I would expect this one, if there is interest on both sides, I would expect this one to be done very, very quickly. And James, that agent that I spoke about that started this conversation, that's probably had a word, I think that's probably Harry Kane's agent. I think they probably have called Real Madrid and gone, hey, listen, we know from the owners here that if you pay this amount, we'll come and we'll earn this amount with you, and it will all be done very, very quickly. We'll fax that over pronto.
Oh, Jack, listen, what a time, guys. Listen, this transfer window, this is only a tip of the iceberg. We're gonna be with you. We're gonna be doing so many videos, the Messi stuff. What's gonna happen with that? Listen, so many dominoes are falling. This is the first one. We're gonna get into so many other things. Real Madrid fans, Benzema fans, I want you to talk glowingly about what Benzema's legacy is at Real Madrid. And is he one? Is he two? Is he three all time? And also, who replaces him? Is it Harry Kane? Let us know. Tottenham fans, let us know too, guys. This is Box to Box Football. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.